Hello everybody and welcome to this video. My name is John Burrian and I'm with Burwolf Studios. This whole channel was created for the whole purpose of teaching you guys basic game development. And today this video will cover, first thing I'll cover is level designing, basically using the whole scaling, transform tools, and positioning and rotating tools to make a basic maze map. And then we're going to go into OnTriggerEnters, learn how to set it up basically. 3 is learn the first part of the terrain generation, but I ran into a little issue when I started Unity up again. It ended up turning the terrain into a plane, so we're gonna have a whole new video covering terrain anyway, so it's no biggie. But yeah, so I'm probably just gonna go ahead and cut it out and do a video outro as well. But so what I'll end up covering is level designing using the transformation tools, and OnTriggerEnters. Basically, is all 3 things we'll cover. Level designing, transform tools, and OnTriggerEnter. Hello buddy, my name is John Byrne, and today, well, I've already done my intro, so we're gonna start out, as you know, when we click, let's see what we have here so far. So we click play, we have it window, we have the quit. As you know, what happens when you say quit is it throws this little quit the game successfully in the console. Play, it loads us to the scene. So we want to go into that new scene here, level 1. Alright, and we don't want it to be 2D, so where's that 2D at? Alright, so it's right over here. Alright, so for this first level, what we want to have is like a basic platform, a maze. And so I like to be organized, so I create an empty. I'll name this maze map. And within that maze map, I'm going to create a 3D object, a cube, and I'm going to name this floor. Oops, hang on, let me delete that. So, for me, sometimes it doesn't matter, but a lot of times in certain things, you want to reset this object. So you want to click on maze map, and you want to reset it in the center of your maze. Set 0, 0. And so now when you create new blocks, when you create like a child of that, it's going to base it off of that. So cube, we're going to name it floor. So, because that way, when we move all this, we move the whole map, and it's not off-centered at all. Now, so now when I double-clicked on it, it zoomed me into that cube, right there, and that's very small for us to walk on. That we can only walk on that part. So, we want to set the X scale maybe to like 10 by 10 maybe. Let's make it 20 by 20 actually. So, if you don't know, X is this direction, and Z is that direction, and then the Y is just up and down. And so X is red, Z is blue, and Y is neon yellowish thing. And we can we can adjust it and make a huge cube, and so on and so forth. But And part of the block has its cube mesh renderer, so that is what the cube looks like. We can have like a texture. So when we go into assets, we want to go into our material scene, create a material. I want to call it red because we're going to have a red floor. Click on it. Red. When we look at the texture, we can have albedo, and then we can change how metallic it is. Basically how shiny. We can change the smoothness. We can go albedo alpha or metallic alpha. And we got all these things that we can change and stuff. But right now, let's keep it at that. Then we're gonna add another cube. 3D object. Cube. We're gonna rename that to walls outer. That means it's on the outside. So we want to see if we could. The X is 20. It's 20 by 20, so it didn't look even there for a moment. But like I said, you would double check if you want it on these sides. You would see what the scale is for the X, and if you want walls along those sides, you check the scale of the Z and match it along. So these are going to be for those sides. So that would be the X scale, and that would be 20. And when we want to match it like corner to corner, especially when we're doing walls, let's make the height 10 or 5 actually. We can press V and we can pop the corners into place, basically like that. Then to duplicate, we can either right click duplicate, or you can go curl D or control D to make a duplicate, and we'll drag it over here. We'll do the same snapping of the corners. By the way, it's technically called snapping. We'll duplicate it again. This time, we want it for the outer walls, so we're gonna reset that back to 1 and do Z as 20. Of course, it's not gonna look perfect. We're gonna duplicate it one more time. There we go. So now we have a perfect wall in a base. So I'm thinking we're gonna have the character meet up here in the middle. So I'm gonna duplicate that one more time. Rename it to inner, meaning it's on the inside. I'm gonna drag it over here. I'm just gonna make a basic map for the first level. So I'm gonna make it 15. I'm gonna drag it over to the wall like that. Actually, let's make it a little bigger. So let's make it 18. So we got the enter. Like we could have like a coin hiding there. Code D. Let's make this one 15 and have that centered. So we have two ways we can. Enter. We can enter this way, that way. Create. Let's duplicate it again. And I think I'm gonna mess with them. Have it where even if they go it the same way either way. So let's make this 18. No. Set that back to 15 instead of centered. Now, I know it's a very basic maze, easy. This is gonna be like that tutorial. And we're gonna have, well, actually, we're gonna have a room where we can enter. So even though you can enter here. Sounds like my cats are getting into a little spoofle. 5. Right there. Move it back here. I have room be that big. Into a net. Now, like I said, when I create the player, we'll have to do modifications because I don't know how much space it can fit in or whatnot. But that looks good, basically for now. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna make a little cube here. And I'll be back. So I'm back. We're gonna make the winning we're gonna make a new material here to assign to the winning platform. Alright. We're gonna make this color, I don't know, orange. Metallic up a little bit, smooth this up. Let's assign that to that block. That'll be the winning. That'll be what you walk into to win the platform. So this is where the OnTriggerEnter goes into play. So we're gonna rename this winning block. So basically, you're gonna walk into this. This is basically just a test, basic. Obviously, we're in the beginning stages. We're just getting the basic fundamentals into place so we can have a way to go level and test everything. Once you're going to the final steps, like smooth it out, we're gonna actually think about how you would go in and move. Like that could be like, I can make like a little portal there that takes up that wall I can walk through. But we will go with that later. So when you're gonna do OnTriggerEnter, you're gonna go to the box collider and go is trigger. So that's gonna basically, that's not gonna have any physics to it. You can just walk right through that. Like I said, this is our transform tool that I said we'll cover. This is the mesh filter that basically renders in as a cube. Or that basically says, hey, this is what that is. It's a cube. It's what its physical form is. Then we got our mesh renderer, which is whether or not it appears or not. There's two ways you can like make an object seem to disappear in the script. You can either turn off mesh renderer, or you can just have the whole block delete in itself. And there's a whole bunch of things in there that we can toggle with, but for now we just want it to stay the same. And the box collider is the thing that you went into, basically. It tells the computer, hey, this is an actual object. So I'm not going to do any scripting today. I mean, I guess I could do like a quick little script too. Actually, no, we're going to wait till we add the player in and stuff. Because we need a collider for that to work. No, actually, I changed my mind. So we got scripts here. We're going to create a C subscript, and we're going to go we're going to open it up. Alright. And then we're going to take, actually, I need the scripts. We're going to click on this block. And we're going to put the OnTriggerEnter component. We're going to just drag it on here like so. Okay, so it seems like it's working now. So let's pick up where we left off. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a string scene to load. And we're going to go scene manager dot load scene. Scene to load. See, that's working now. If we had a player, we could walk through this trigger, and it would take us to that scene once you set it up. So now that we saved it by pressing Control S, we can go back to Unity. It is compiling the scripts that we just changed. And see, okay. For some reason, it's not showing up there. Oh, I see. Private string, and we want to make this a serialized field. There we go. Now if we save that, go back to Unity, We go back to our winning block. I'll delete that because I was wondering, is it doing it because I don't have a player in the scene or what? So let's see now now we named our scene level 2. And so when we go through that, it's going to say, hey, let's take us level 2. But we're missing a step here. We just can't load into it right now. And why? Why is not letting me load into it? Well, we need to go into build settings. We need to load level 2 in there. Alright, so now we can easily go into level 2. Hello guys. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. Sorry for all the technical difficulties I've experienced with this video. It's probably made the commentary a little less enjoyable. I do have a plan for how to fix that basically for future videos. So, please stay tuned for our next video on working on terrains.